start the session.
Should we start? Okay. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Do we have any guests today? I don't see any. Okay, so my name is Himanshu. I'll be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to 129th meeting of the Speaker Squad Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. At Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. And please turn off your video if you're stepping out of the meeting. With that, I would like to reiterate the purpose of the group, purpose of the club. So as everybody in life has a mission to achieve their goals, the Toastmasters Club has a mission too. And the mission is to provide a mutually supportive, positive learning environment, which everybody has, where everyone has opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills. With that, I would like to invite the presiding officer, the one who has been very helpful from the beginning. He's one whom you don't reach out, he reaches out to you because he knows what help do you require at what stage. He's a man of many talents. We all know about rugby, where he broke his leg, the gym, the badminton, and some of the philosophies that Richard has is around hard choices, easy life, easy choices, hard life, where bad days are experiences, worst days are lessons, good days leads to happiness, but the best days lead to memories. With that, I would like to welcome the presiding officer for the day, Richard.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. A very, very warm morning to each and every one of you. We have a lot of things planned for today, and we have another 3 more weeks for the year to end and a new year to begin. I'm pretty sure some of you have already made plans for next year. And I was actually going back to my goals for this year, and I was saying how many have I accomplished. And good to know that I've accomplished some, and some were not being accomplished. So let's see what we can do for next year, but let's have a great session today. Toastmasters International is a nonprofit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through its worldwide network of clubs. Now, Toastmasters was founded in 1924 by Ralph Smedley, a California insurance salesman who wanted to improve public speaking skills like many of us do. He gathered a group of friends and colleagues, and then he began meeting regularly to practice giving speeches and receive feedback from each other. Now, Toastmaster has helped millions people improve their communication and leadership skills. And through its diverse membership and global reach, Toastmasters fosters understanding and collaboration across different cultures. The organization provides a supportive, encouraging environment for individuals to overcome their fears of public speaking. With that being said, I would like to call this meeting to order. Now, as you all know, I come up with an anecdote, a story, and the theme of today is AI. And what story do I come up with? So I thought, let me share my screen and let me see where. Oh,
Are
okay.
you going to show the robo at your screen?
Uh, okay, share. Finally, I found where the share button is. Window screen. Okay. I do not. Okay, let me click on screen then. Okay. So let me know or give me a thumbs up when you can see my screen. Now, okay. Yes, super. Now I use Bard. I'm not sure how many of you heard about Bard. Bard is a Google's Chat GPT, I would say. Many of them just know about Chat GPT. I use Bard because Chat GPT sounds so robotic to me. Bard sounds more like human to me.
Oh,
So What I would do is the reason I also use Bard is Bard has the latest information because Google is updated then and there. ChatGPT is does not have the latest data. At least it is backed by 2 years. So what I do is I use ChatGPT or Bard for many of the things. For example, let's say we have a Toastmasters meeting and I'm the grammarian. I say, please give me the word and idiom of the day and let's try how that works. There you go. It has given me this. Let's say you do not like this word of the day. It says equivocate and it gives the definition. I go to view other drafts. I click on the other draft. I like the audacious is the word of the day. I can pick that and I can pick an idiom of the day. It also gives you the meaning. It gives you the sentence. It gives you the synonym. It gives you everything. There are 3 drafts as well. So I love Google Bard for many things. So this is one of it. I'm pretty sure you have seen we have a lot of introductions. Okay. Oh my God, what is happening? I don't know. AI has probably taken over. I can see my screen shuffling. Okay. So I also use Google for 5 introductions. I'm pretty sure we were all struggling for finding introduction. We'll ask end of the day, can you all send me your introduction? So what I do is we have asked all of you to give out some information of yours. And then I put this information in Google, which I also ask, give me 5 unique introductions. Do not call person's name in the beginning. Keep introductions for 30 to 40 seconds each. This introduction is for Toastmasters. Write an introduction introducing this person, and I give out all this information, and it gives me 5 unique introduction. If you have any questions, please do ask. So this is how it gives me an introduction. See, for the streets of Bangalore to the boardrooms of HSBC, our next speaker. So it gives you maybe a little too exaggerating introduction, but I do pick up something here and there and I introduce people for our Toastmasters meeting. Few more things before I introduce our Toastmaster of the day. Now, you might also want to, skip a lot of videos on YouTube. What I do is if I like some video, I'll ask Bard to give me some insights about the video. Because ChatGPT is not connected to YouTube, Bard is Google's its own form. So it gives me insights about the complete video. Some of the videos may not be working, but most of the videos do work. And it says, see, this is the video that I was looking at. I was listening to this podcast and it gave me everything that I need to know. It gave me a glance rather than going through the entire video. Obviously, I can go through the entire video, but it gives me an insight of what this 2 hour or 1.5 hour podcast is all about. Okay, now this is the last one before I wrap up. So it says, I'm writing an out of office message and I need your help. Here is what I wanted to say. I'm back on this date and I'm on leave from this date. Contact this person. So you write this. It gives you a precise message. If I put this in ChatGPT, it gives me a robotic message, which I definitely do not like. It says, I'm out of office from January 19 to 29, and I'll have a limited access to my email. For urgent inquiries, please contact. See, it tells colleague's name and colleague's email address. I will respond to your message as soon as possible upon return on January 30th. Thank you for understanding. So there are good usages of AI and there are bad usages of AI. I'm pretty sure Nivedita in today's Toastmasters meeting will cover this. And with that, let me introduce our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day is an enthusiastic person. All I see her on her WhatsApp statuses is her enjoying spending time with daughter and son. She keeps giving us all the updates as to what is happening, be it in their school, be it any vacations they've gone to. And it's so good to see a very cute mother and their family having their own time. As well as that, she loves to organize her home, and she is a new joiner to Toastmasters as well. And she has been taking various roles, be it in area events, be it within the own club, and she loves to explore what are the other roles that are there within the club and outside the club. Can we please have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nivedita?
Thank you, Toastmaster Richard. Yes, I'm glad that my friends are all viewing the status and then they know what is happening in my life. So thank you for that. All right. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Toastmasters meeting. I'm actually really excited and a little scared as well to be back after a really long break. And I'm like really thrilled as well to be your Toastmaster of the day, right? Okay. So to begin with, I would like to welcome you all for the future of work. AI subject is really vast. A quick disclaimer. So I will be covering the topics based on my experience and the opportunity that these tools had actually given to me, and it can actually give it to all of you guys as well, and help you further grow and develop in your respective fields. Yeah. So you all know, like, our theme for today is AI Unveil, crafting our tomorrow. What does it even mean? And how did I even get the theme? Anybody would like to give it a shot? Like, what does AI Unveil mean?
I guess
Okay.
you're planning to give us some tools that we can use, list of tools that we can use for different purposes.
Okay. Thank you. Any other answer?
It seems like setting the agenda for her. The chat and setting the agenda.
Yeah. So as Toastmaster Jaya rightly mentioned, it's about revealing the secrets of uh, AI, right? And considering how we, as an individual and a community, can actively create a better future, which is crafting our tomorrow by understanding and using the AI tools in a best possible and positive ways. Okay, so with that, I will not take much time. I would like to cover close to 5 to 7 different AI tools, and later I will give you a quick demo on one of these tools to understand how it works. So the first tool I would like to cover here is 12 feet. I believe most of you would like to read articles, and when you click on a particular link, you see that, okay, this article is interesting, let me read more. When you do that is when you realize it is chargeable. So what you can do is you can get inside this 12 feet AI tool, and then it gives you the exact same information from another tool. So basically, it picks the information from the chargeable tool and then let you read the article for free of cost. So that's one. I will be sharing the
One
link of
question
these tools as well. Yeah.
is it allow, I mean, does it allow you to read books as well like that? Like chargeable?
Yeah, so if you have a yes, so if you have details of the book in a particular link, and if it is chargeable, you can pull that information in this tool and read it for free of cost.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah, and the tools that I am going to cover today are all free of cost itself. So yeah, it's an added advantage. All right. So the second tool I would like to talk about is Merlin. So this Merlin AI tool helps us to write or summarize any long article. Again, coming back to the first tool, you are reading an article, and then if you're running short of time, you want just a summary of the tool. Sorry, a summary of that article. You can add this Merlin as an extension to your Google, and then you can ask Marilyn to summarize the article for you. So the entire page of article would get summarized in a couple of lines, and it's a quick read for everyone. The next one I would like to talk about is Unroll Me. This is one tool which I have personally used as well. So we know in Gmail, we receive so many emails every single day. For me, I still have 32,000 emails, which is unread in my inbox, right? So this tool, how it helped me was, it showed me the list of subscription that I have it, and I had around 60 plus, which half of it I did not even know what exactly that that meant. So I got inside this app or a link, and then I could really unsubscribe from the channels that I did not want to. So yeah, if you want to unsubscribe from the channels which is not required, you can try unfollow me, or sorry, unroll me. I will be sharing the link in the chat in some time. Okay, the next one is Formula Dog. Has anybody used it or heard about this AI?
No,
No?
Nivedita.
Yes. Okay. So I usually work on Excels and I don't know half the formulas, right? But I know what I want from that report. So I can go get inside this Formula Dog and then explain the scenario to this tool, and then it will give me the appropriate formula to be used in that scenario. So you explain the problem, it will give you the formula. It does vice versa as well. You have a formula, but you don't know what does that even mean. So you will have to just give it, and then the tool will explain the formula for you. So it works both ways.
Nivedita, is it works for only Excel formulas or is it works for like any other mathematical formulas?
It says it works for all the formulas, including coding as well. So you can actually take the help of it, but mathematics, I do not have an answer for this because I did not try personally. So
Okay.
okay. All right. The other one, what I had, our president already covered it, which is BARD. As Richard rightly mentioned, this tool gives information on a real time, and it is more user friendly, and it gives you that personal touch when you use it, right? And one of the other what do you call one of the other uses of this chatbot is it helps you with the coding. I am sure like most of your engineers here and then deals with coding almost every time. Yeah, it helps you create a code based on your requirement. And yeah, I think you can use it in a different languages as well. Java, Python. I don't have much information about it, but what I can actually, what I know and what you can do is use this to come up with the codes. The next one, what I'm covering is related to coding as well, which is debug. Like you have a code and then there is a bug in it, and if it's a long code, you need time to understand where the bug is, right? So if you use debug, put that code in it, it will help you figure out where the bug is, and you can easily rectify that. Okay, I will not take much time. The last one that I would like to cover, and which is my favorite. I understand BARD is much more revolutionary, but I go with ChatGPT most of the time. So yeah, this is one of the revolutionary AI chatbots, which is created by OpenAI. And the drawback of this tool is it holds the memory only until January 2022, and any information that you ask this chat GPT after 2022, it will clearly say that I do not have a knowledge on this, and then it will route you to another channel to get this information. So this tool I mainly use to draft any professional emails, to create any anecdote, or even to come up with a script for TMOD role. And yeah, so this is one of my favorites. And yeah, so these were few tools that I wanted to cover. But again, let's have some questionnaires after some time, maybe like once we start with the speeches and all. So yeah, with that, let me explain how the Toastmasters sessions are conducted. Any questions you had before I go back, start the meeting or start the introduction? Any questions around the bots that we covered?
Yes, Nivedita, it would be great if you add the names of these tools in the in the chat box for everybody to probably look into it after the meeting or post the meeting is over.
Yes, yes, Richard, I'll be doing that. Okay. All right. So yeah. So any Toastmasters meeting is divided into three parts, right? So the first part consists of the prepared speeches, where our members prepare in advance for 5 to 7 minute speech. These speeches have set objectives and an individual evaluator. The second speech is a fun-filled table topic session where anyone from the audience can come up and give 1 or 2 minute speech on the topics given by the table topic master. And the third part is the most important evaluation section, where a general evaluator for the day will give us a report on the entire meeting today. Having said that, let me invite on stage our general evaluator for the day. He is a man who's passionate about making a difference in the world. He is a senior manager who's dedicated to his work. He is a firm believer in a quote by John Haywood: Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were laying bricks every hour. He knows that it takes time and effort to achieve great things, and he's always willing to put in his work. Can we give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Ashok?
Yeah, thank you so much for wonderful introduction, Nivedita. Thank you so much. I think till now she was mentioning a lot of tools that will help you in future works, right? So how does it means how are those built? They build a tool, then they took feedback from the data, then again improving the model and got into this stage so that you can use it. So even lot of AI tools need feedback or evaluation to improve itself to use for future. So it is always important to get the feedback and make actions accordingly. That's how evaluation works. So this is one of the platform where you don't get biased feedback, since this doesn't involve any money, any benefits. So these are unbiased, means you will get unbiased feedback. So this is the place. So as a general evaluator, I will be observing from the initial session to at the end and providing feedback about each person so that the session will be improved and person will be improved. So in order to do this, I can't do alone. There are few persons who can help me to do this job. So let me invite a timer for today. He is originally from Namakkal, Tamil Nadu. He is a garment technician at Lifestyle International Private Limited, and his hobbies are sports and networking. He inspired by Ratan Tata, and his favorite quote is never give up. He also a fan of Rajnikant. Welcome Ramesh to explain your role about timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Today, I'm going to be a timer for the whole meeting. As a timer, my role is to note down all the speakers' time which they are going to take in their speaking. Along with that, I'm going to give intimation to every speaker while they are speaking as well, how much time they are spending on their speech. So, there are four categories. First, icebreaker speech. In icebreaker speech, the allowed time is 4 to 6 minutes. After 4 minutes, I will change my background to green. After 5 minutes, I'll change my background to yellow. After 6 minutes, I'll change my background to red. So for the prepared speech, the allowed time is 5 to 7 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'll change my background to green. After 6 minutes, I'll change my background to yellow. After 7 minutes, I'll change my background to red. For the table topic speech, the allowed time is 1 to 2 minutes. After 1 minute, I'll change my background to green. After 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll change my background to yellow. After 2 minutes, I'll change my background to red. For the evaluation session, the allowed time is 2 to 3 minutes. So after 2 minutes, I'll change my background to green. After 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll change my background to yellow. After 3 minutes, I will change my background to red. After the red card have displayed as my background, there won't be any further intimation. Within 30 seconds, the speaker has to wind up their speech and they have to come to the conclusion. Otherwise, their speech will be disqualified. It's a basic rule for international speech contest. So with that, I'll come up with a detailed report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashok.
Thank you so much, Ramesh. I pleased to see your demo. You are moving the colors very quickly. Really. Thank you so much. Let me invite our counter for the day. She is from 24/7 Toastmasters Club. Gulnaz, over to you to introduce your role.
Thank you, Ashok. My role for today, I would be involving and counting and reporting the filler words and sounds used by the speakers. And these words or sounds that are unnecessary, inappropriate, or repetitive, such as and, well, but, so, etc. Over to you, Ashok.
Thank you so much for short introduction of your role. Thank you so much, Gulnaz. Let me invite the grammarian for the day. She is global project manager from Bangalore. She is passionate about art and craft. And our role model again include Ratan Tata. Garima believes in living a purposeful life and always looking for ways to make difference in the world. Over to you, Garima, to introduce your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to each and every speaker and listen carefully to their language uses. During this meeting, I'll take note of improper language as well as any outstanding word, quote, or saying. And as a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce word of the day. So, word of the day today is yen, which means strong desire, urge for something. I'm just pasting it here. Just give me 1 minute. And the usage for 1 second. I'm unable to paste it here. Something is off. Okay. So do you see the word of the day in the chat box?
Yeah.
Okay, so it means a strong desire or urge or craving for something. Usage is like after dinner, the family went out for ice cream to satisfy their yen for something sweet, or student with a yen to travel should consider studying abroad. So this is the uses, and I encourage all of you to use this word. And every time someone uses, just give a thumbs up to encourage them. Yeah, so I'll be presenting my report at the end of the meeting when I'm called upon. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashok.
Thank you, Garima. Um, so I will be giving my report whenever called upon. Thank you. Over to you, Nivedita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok, and the team for setting up the stage. All right. Before I dive into the prepared speeches section, I would like to just play a quick question and answer section, like just 2 questions, and then we will start with the prepared speeches. Is it okay?
Hello.
Yeah. All right. So the first
Hello.
question we have. Okay. Somebody's talking.
I'm sorry. Am I audible now?
Yes, Abhinay.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry. Just a small query. Ramesh, could you please show me how you share the backgrounds? Will you like screen sharing or something?
You have to see my background. You can pin me actually. So I'll change my background to like this. Green.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yes.
Okay.
Now I can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please go.
Okay. All right. My first question for you all is in successful human AI collaboration, what is the role of AI? So I'll give you the options as well. So the first one is AI will replace human creatively entirely, or handle only routine tasks, or focus on decision making and creativity. And the last option is isolate humans from the process.
Second,
Take care of the routine
routine
tasks.
tasks. Take care of routine
Yeah,
tasks.
routine tasks.
Okay. Any other answers?
What was the third option?
Focus on decision making and creativity.
Okay. Second.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry to disappoint, but the
I
answer
would say
is
I would say creativity and decision making, Nivedita. Let me change it. Now
yeah.
that the answer is wrong.
decision
Not
making, I'm
after
not
she
sure.
told that
Creativity,
she's
definitely.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Creativity
Yeah,
is
it will.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the right answer. It will help us focus on decision making and creativity. Okay. Last question before we start the speeches. How AI, how might AI impact the future of education? By eliminating the need for teachers, standardize learn. The second one is standardized learning experiences for all the students. The third one is personalized learning experiences based on individual needs. The fourth option is increase reliance on traditional teaching methods.
Third one.
Third.
Third one.
Third.
Very good. Unanimous answer. That's right. Personalized learning experience based on individual needs. Good try, everyone. Thank you. All right. So with that, let's dive into the prepared speeches section. We will have 2 prepared speeches for the day. And before starting our first speech, let me call upon our first evaluator, who is our very own Toastmaster Richard. As you all know, and for those who are yet to know him, he is a man of many talents. And yeah, he is a runner, a badminton player, and definitely a gym rat. He knows that good days gives happiness, bad days gives experiences, worse days gives lesson. So if you ever feel down, or if you want to talk to anybody, Richard is always ready for a pep talk. So I'm sure that he'll cheer you up. So please welcome our very own Toastmaster Richard.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. Our first speaker for today is Toastmaster Abhinay. And the purpose of the project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Okay, so let me call upon our first speaker. Yeah, so Our first speaker is a person who's both incredibly intelligent and creative. He is a technical lead at Nutanix, where he works on developing innovative cloud computing solutions. He is also a passionate traveler, reader, and anime fan. Please welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Abhinay, Jugaad Solutions. Jugaad Solutions, Toastmaster Abhinay.
You're speaking on mute.
Speaking on mute.
You are on mute. It's still on mute.
Now,
Yep.
is it
Yes.
better? Yeah, good. Times ago, there used to be a soap manufacturing company in Japan where they were facing a peculiar problem of delivering the soap boxes with empty. The company decided to solve this problem and invested a lot of money in the human resources and the time and built up a new machine which will scan the boxes and identifies the chemical composition in each box and identifies the empty boxes and throw them away. The same problem an Indian soap manufacturing company also faced. You know what they did? They did a Jugaad solution. So they put a table fan in front of the queue of boxes, and this table fan just blew all the empty boxes. This reduced the cost and the time and also improved the efficiency and the quality in the delivery of the product. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you all to my topic, Jugaad Solutions, a hacky way to solve the problem at hand with low to minimum zero cost. Jugaad is a Hindi word, which means it's a hack. It doesn't restrain to have a new extra resources, extra money, and extra power to solve the problems. It tries to use the available resources and address the problem at hand. Friends, I'm sure in our life we have used or seen many of these Jugaad solutions. Let me brief you some of the Jugaad experiences I had. During our school days, when our pencils are very short to hold, we use the pen rear caps and insert the pencil onto the teeth and use it till the last. Even in our college days, where I stayed in a hostel and it doesn't have any geysers or neither it has geysers in the washrooms, nor we are allowed to take the immersion water heaters. So what we did, we took two lithium-ion batteries, took the aluminum wrappers out of it. We tied a wire to each of these aluminum wrappers. We inserted the wires into the socket and put the aluminum wrappers into the bucket of water. And when you power on the switch, the water gets heated. Smart, isn't it? Also, we use the hot water to iron out our dresses and go out of the hostel in style. I remember one of my friend also used a Jugaad solution to improve and increase the 3G signal of his dongle. He put this dongle at a particular position in a aluminum frying pan, and this aluminum frying pan acts like a reflector and increases the signal strength. He used to get the full 3G strength, 3G signal, even when there is no 2G, proper 2G signal at the place. I'm sure we have seen many of these jugaad solutions, even in our day-to-day life. We see Indian idols or posters in the stage so that the public don't spit and spoil the stage. Bicycles are used for pumping the water when there is no access to the electricity. We use bikes for commuting more than 2 people. Even in the traffic, even when we don't even signal to the right or left, we even can identify the person by looking at his eyes, whether he moves to the left or right. Friends, these jugaad solutions, we are even habituated in our lives. We can even understand the intent of it. Fellow Indians and Toastmasters, let's take pride in inventing many of these jugaad solutions to the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinay, for sharing all the jugaad experiences that you have witnessed. And anybody would like to share any of their experiences?
Related to jugaad
Yes,
experience
yes.
you're talking about? Yes, it took me down to the memory lane when we used to steal cable as in we were not allowed to watch television when I was young actually, and every time we wanted to watch, we used, I mean, for that we need something angular pointed device to attract the signal, to catch the signal, so we used to insert behind our television every time, you know uh, parents are not at home or when we finished our school. So that's how we had definitely done that to get some to watch for some of our favorite serials once in a while. So that I have done a lot. I mean, we all our siblings, we at least for 4 or 5 years when I was very young, we did not had cable connection. We had TV, but not the cable connection. My mother used to take connections only during summer holidays. So
Okay.
we
That's
used to
why we
do all
can
the
relate
jugaad
to.
to
Yeah, yeah.
catch the signals through that metal antennas and all. I mean, use any devices which is pointed, and we used to plug it in behind our television sets to attract the. And it used to work actually. I don't know how, but it used to work. You have to just tilt it a little bit to catch the signal.
Well, thanks, Garima, for sharing that experience. We can all relate to back in our childhood days. All right.
Nivedita, a small
Yes.
small request. Actually, we are running late by 15 minutes. So
Yes. I just saw the time. Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. Yeah. All right. Now it's time for the second speech. For that, let me call upon our evaluator, whom I actually look up to when I come across any challenges. She's a woman of many talents and the pride speaker of Speaker Squad Club. Let me call upon Toastmaster Richa to evaluate a second speech and to set objective for the speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. Hello, everyone. Apologies, I can't come on camera. Somehow Teams is not detecting it today. Anyways, to my target speaker, Toastmaster Jaya, she is attempting her level 2 project, which is understanding your leadership style. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify their primary leadership style and share some aspects of it with us today in the speech. The speech can be in any style, humorous, informational, inspirational, whatever the member chooses. It just should not be a report on the content of the project which is there in Basecamp. With that, all the best, Toastmaster Jaya. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa. All right. Our second speaker, she is also a woman of many talents. She is a product manager and a puzzle enthusiast. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Jaya to deliver the next speech, My Leadership Style. Toastmaster Jaya. You.
I would like to do an AV check. Am I clearly audible? I'm using my new earphones. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. To gear up for my speech, I had to take a questionnaire from the Toastmasters portal that threw various situations at me, asking me which option suits me the best. Based on my responses, it dished out scores for 8 leadership styles. Surprisingly and interestingly, my score was the highest for innovative form of leadership. This style is all about painting a vision for the future, fostering collaborative discussions, etc. When I look into the attributes of a successful leader, one stood out apart from the rest, leading by example. When I took a look at the closer look of this particular attribute, I sparked the memory of my grandfather. His name is Krishnan. I used to spend at least 1 hour every day after school to chat with him. He used to tell me stories about his childhood, how India was before getting her independence, etc. I would like to share a bit from that. His story unfolds with the loss of his father at his tender age of 7, propelling him into a role of a helper in a small hotel. Slowly, he learned cooking everything from chutney to sambar and from pongal to puri. At his age of 18, he married my grandmother, who was just 16 at that time. Together, they started working in a hotel. After a while, they wanted to start their own restaurant in down south of Tamil Nadu. They also started one. The restaurant became super famous in 1980s, not just for the Emmy food, but also for my grandfather's exceptional kindness. He had this habit of feeding those who are in need without asking anything in return. The restaurants were growing so rapidly, and it was completely evolving from its nascent stage to a rapid growth phase. As our family members also were growing with the birth of new members in our family, we and my cousin used to enjoy daily indulgence in free food and tasting our favorite sweets for free. Throughout this transformation, I noticed one thing in my grandfather: his unwavering commitment to the kitchen. Though the establishment was flourishing and it was in a growth phase, I never saw him idled away from the kitchen. He would be always doing something, either making a new dish or helping someone to make the new dish that he was trying out. From this, I learned that leadership is not just about giving orders, but doing things together. The things that I learned by looking at my grandfather stuck with me, seeing and shaping the way how I see leadership is all about. And a realization that unfolded organically within me without my conscious awareness. Let's jump to the year of 2018. I was working as a business analyst back then. Before that, I was a developer. Business analyst gig is all about understanding and validating the business case, passing on the requirements to the developer, and ensuring everything aligns. With my coding background, it was a breeze for me to visualize how the business requirement would translate into a code. Sometimes I would even dig into the code packages just to ensure whatever I'm assuming can actually be done. I never let go of my coding knack. But being a business analyst did not satisfy me. I went beyond the stuff of usual BA responsibilities and dipped my toes into product management waters, while also doing some part of the developer, like checking the background codes and everything. This move actually helped me in changing gears to become a product manager. When I landed this role, my manager observed and liked how I lead by example. He is a big fan of servant leadership approach. I had seen this in his action too, because despite being a head of product for both India and US, he was always there assisting me whenever I needed his help while I was navigating the rope as a newbie product manager. He would always do the PM task if it is necessary without thinking about his role, setting a real-time example for me. That is when I realized this type of leadership style can take you places. From then on, I kept the ball rolling, doing the things that I can, helping the junior members whenever they need it. Now, I'm a firm believer leading by example isn't just a phrase, but my leadership style. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya, for the wonderful explanation of the leadership skills and the styles that we will have to follow. And yeah, I think each one of us have our own style and we need to just figure that out. Thank you for setting that example. Okay. Again, I would like to thank both the speakers, and the speeches were lovely and insightful. Thanks again. All right, so that concludes the prepared speeches section, and it's time for the table topic section. Before that, I would like to apologize because I've already taken most of your time. So let's quickly jump into the table topic section. And in order to conduct that, we have our Toastmaster Ritika, uh, who loves to spend time in nature, who loves to listen to music, and she is really good at reading books. And she's a warm and welcoming person for sure. She's been there as a backup for me whenever required. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ritika, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nivedita. Good morning, everybody. Today I've taken up the table topic master's role. Now, in alignment with the theme that is AI, I would like to introduce something in front of all of you. Probably some of you already know about it, but I'm sure many may not know about it because I got introduced to it recently as well. Now, before I get on to that, impromptu speaking is something which we should all excel at in our professional life, in our personal life, even when we're talking to ourselves, when we have to do a quick pep talk to ourselves, we need to tell our brain what to think, how to go about it real quick. So impromptu speaking, I think, is something which we should work at every day. And the time limit, of course, is 1 to 2 minutes. Now, what we're going to do today is something with AI. Now, if you thought AI is something brand new, people are getting into it, and Toastmasters is traditional, well, guess what? Toastmasters also has something called Udly, which is an AI tool. Now, what is that? Let me quickly share my screen. And mind you, all the people who have access to Toastmasters website will have access to Udly as well. Okay, so this is what toastmasters.udly.ai is the website. All right, I hope all of you can see my screen. Yeah, all right. So here, this is one place where you can actually better yourself as a speaker. So you see there's Metaphor Mania, where they'll give you 2 words. You come up with a story and try and relate the metaphor with your story. Then you have Spin a Yarn, which I will be playing with all of you. Then, of course, you have No Filler. You have to speak, and then it will count your filler words and tell you how many filler words you had. So you can keep coming back here, practice speaking without using filler words, and a lot of things to discover over here. What we are going to play today is Spin a Yarn. What's Spin a Yarn? It will keep giving you words on the screen, and you have to keep using those very words and keep changing your content along the way. Okay, so I thought of giving you a demo, but since all of you are very intelligent and smart, yes. Someone was saying something? Okay, let's just go with the flow. Okay, I will put it as easy so that you can ease yourself into it. So what's going to happen is you're going to be given 3 minutes. Okay, and the minute I say start playing, it will give you words. Keep using the words and keep changing your story according to that, and speak for the entire 3 minutes. It's very easy. Just go with the flow. Okay, so timer, you can also take a back seat. We will know exactly when to stop here. Okay, so now who wants to take the plunge? I would request everyone who is
I'll
not
go first.
speaking to please go on mute. Yep. Okay, Himanshu, you want to go first?
Yep.
All right, let's go for it. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go.
My favorite holiday is in Dubai, which happened last year, and the reason was beautiful beaches. I had been stuck with COVID for last 2.5 years, hadn't ventured out at all, and with Dubai, we started getting a glimpse of how a good life can look like. It's just the tree of life and the value that we kind of derive out of it. And everything that we do becomes like a wool that we can weave. The chemistry between me and my wife was very good from the beginning itself, and it solidified during this trip. Some of the name of the places where I visited was the Third Eye, which was pretty beautiful. It was a swing. I can't see the word. Okay. We got ample amount of rest. We had our relatives also there.
Excellent, excellent. So I'm sure that must have been fun. And so now you've got to understand, right, what's going to happen. All right, I see Vishnu who had raised his hand as well. Vishnu, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll take this
All
challenge. Fun, but let me try.
Yes. Sure. Let's do it. Okay, let's do another round. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go for it. 3, 2, 1, go.
What is your
it's showing the same. Go ahead.
Oh, it's the same topic, is it? My favorite
Yeah,
holiday
yeah.
is always going to
Nothing
be
different.
my favorite holiday is always going to be Diwali because I used to block my calendar every year on Diwali vacation because that's why I get time to travel to my native. The route which I take, it's from Bangalore to Salem, and in between, I'm sure I'm going to stop at the right hotel, Sarana Bhavan, because that's where I get delicious dosas. And the best part is this, I won't share with my wife at all because I love the dosas. Kittens, I don't have kittens. The only kitten which I have is my son who makes the sound of a cat, which is something which I adore. And there are no spies traveling at all because I'm not a guy like Ambani, like where people are falling behind me and finding out how many gold which I carry it. The money which I have is just going to be $200 in my wallet because I'm a guy who always relies on Phone Pay and Google Pay, even for very simple things. And that's
Great. Thank you. I think Vishnu, you are done. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think you used most of the words. Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll just go with 2 more and then we'll wrap it up. So who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Who hasn't spoken yet? Yeah. Who's that, please?
Krishna.
Sorry, who's that?
Krishna here.
Krishna. Okay, yeah.
Krishna Das.
Okay, fine. All right, let's play. Let's go back and I'll start it again. Okay, let's go with easy and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Start your story.
Well, I have a yen towards money, but it's not that thick inside me. I have a wall that I feel which resists me to achieve more money. But my dream job would be to do a business with cabbage because the cost of cabbage in the market is really good, right? How should I do it? I think I find hilly areas or hill areas really good to cultivate cabbage. So let me go there, grab some blue collar, hardworking professionals, and then do a column as a columnist in a newspaper to advertise my cabbage business. I can't see the other words, sorry.
Okay, awesome. I like that cabbage cultivation idea. All right, excellent. Let's go with some more. Okay. And all right, who wants to go next?
I will take a shot.
Ashok. Okay, so Ashok will be the last volunteer. All right, let's go for it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Start your story before the words.
Yeah. One of the weird combination of food is chapati with ragi bowl. I think you could not have imagined in rest of the world to have this kind of food. And I had strong desire to combine these two foods since these two are complementary. So, and whenever you feel about complementary things, you can translate those kind of food into protein and carbohydrates. And usually there are books who are going to talk about these kind of recipes, then try to read it while going on route to home. So that will be very funny to look at the combination of food. Thanks so much. I think I didn't know the mistress meaning.
I wonder how you would have used the word mistress in that story.
Yeah, I don't know what is the mistress. Otherwise, I could have tried it.
Good for you. All right, that's a wrap to the table topic section. I will also share this link in our WhatsApp group. All of you can go ahead, practice your speeches in front of Udly and get to know how far you have come from using filler words and, not getting stuck midway. Keep practicing, keep speaking, keep learning. With that, back to you, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. That was the lovely site. We have used Udly, but we didn't, at least personally, I didn't know that we had this option. I will definitely give it a try. Thanks again. All right. Again, thank you all for all the participants in the table topic session. So with that, we will move into the final segment of today's meeting, which is the evaluation section. To conduct the evaluations, I would like to welcome our general evaluator back on stage. Toastmaster Ashok, over to you.
Thank you, Nivedita. Before inviting in evaluators, can timer tell the times for speeches?
Both speakers have taken speaker one Abhinay took 5 minutes 9 seconds, and Toastmaster Jaya took 5 minutes 27 seconds.
Yeah, great. Both are qualified. So let me invite first evaluator to give his feedback to improve Abhinav. Let me invite Richard to give the feedback.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. How many of us message our friends in the nth minute when we are looking for a particular bank credit card discount to buy a particular product that we want to buy? I do it. Thank you for giving us a glimpse of all the Jugaad solutions, Abhinay. You grabbed everybody's attention. I was particularly impressed with how you started your speech on the problem that was in hand in a soap manufacturing company in Japan to identify the empty boxes. And your humorous way of saying in India, we faced a similar problems. But how we used a Jugaad solution via a table fan was something that everyone had a good laugh at. I was particularly impressed with that Jugaad solution. You did a great job of connecting with your audience and keeping them engaged. You took us through the various stages of our lives, from school to college to ironing our clothes via hot water. This took many of us down the memory lane. Your overall delivery was confident and you were engaging with your audience. Now, the one area which you could improve is to develop 2 to 3 main points to support your central message. What was the central message of the speech today? And I was waiting, where are we heading today in your speech? So that is something that you need to ask before even crafting your speech. Even before you write your speech, you need to ask, what is the message for my audience next time? You might consider ending your speech with an impact because you had 2 more minutes to end your speech. It was a 5 to 7 minute speech. You could have utilized 2 more minutes. And the challenge that I have for you today is next time, practice your speeches couple more times. You will get that confidence. You will know, okay, where am I ending? Where am I not ending? So that is a challenge that I have for you for the next speech. So, in summary, keep up. You grabbed the audience attention, you were humorous, you connected with your audience really well. Remember to develop 2 to 3 main points in your speech. That is very important to come to a conclusion of your speech. And you have to end with an impact. Your ending was very abrupt, and we didn't know that was an ending, is what something that I asked myself. So, overall, your speech was well delivered and informative. I encourage you to keep practicing and refining your skills. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashok.
Thank you, Richard. I think I can't agree more with your feedback. It is that I think Abhinav need to take it and practice and improve himself. Thank you so much for that. Let me invite second evaluator Richa to give her feedback.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Hello to everyone, and hello, Toastmaster Jaya. I will straight away get into my evaluation, starting with what I really think went well in your speech today. I'll have 1 point on content and 1 point on the delivery side of it. So, on the content side of it, the story, the example that you brought in this project, specific leadership style, a lot of people struggle to bring in examples here. However, you did give a very good body of your speech today, where you brought in the example of your grandfather, and which is a very personal story, and you told us that that's how you envision leadership to be, leading by example. So yeah, kudos to you for bringing that out. The second thing which I really liked in the same body of your speeches, you first told how your leadership style is influenced by your grandfather, and then you went ahead and told where have you applied that in your current life, right? In your life, whatever you have learned as a child. So that is something which helped me understand that, hey, yeah, we get influenced by whatever we learn in our childhood as well. So brilliant way to bring out the aspect of it, right? So kudos to you. The third thing which I really liked, or the delivery aspect of it, is anyways, I always mention that I'm big fan of the language that you use, right? So it's so clear, it's so apt throughout your speech. Your sentences, the way that's been framed, there are no filler words, no crutch words. The grammar is so proper, right? So that's a really big strength that you have. Keep that up, and I think it's a plus point that you really bring in your speeches. There are two things which I would like you to probably work on in this speech if you get a chance. The first thing is on the content side again. I mentioned that I really loved the body, but when you started, you mentioned that you took the test of of the one which is given in the Toastmasters website, and your leadership style comes to be innovative style. You just dropped the ball there on innovative style. You never came back and told us what innovative style meant. You never connected that with the body of your speech, right? So you dropped the ball on innovative style right then and there. You ended your speech around 5.5 minutes, right? So you had 2 more minutes where you could have added some aspect and connected it with the body towards the conclusion at least. So that's something which maybe you can enhance in your speech today. The second thing is, while your language was very crisp and clear throughout your speech, your sentences followed the same format throughout your speech. You could have brought in some sort of change. Can practice work? Because one thing which I felt is your sentences, since they were very long, they ended up being in the same tone throughout. Just for example, like when you talked about when your manager comes and tells you about servant leadership, he appreciated you, talked about that is when I realized. So rather than saying it just that is when I realized, you could have added some stress over there, right? Some voice modulation, like that is when I realized. So people know that that's the climax point. That's when the bulb enlightened, right? That's when you felt things, or you realized about what or how you lead. So that's one of the things which probably I would like you to implement in the speech going ahead. With that, I anyways loved your speech. Brilliantly crafted. The stories were so apt, and I think you gave us the right message. Leading by example and servant leadership are something we all should try and inculcate. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thanks so much, Richa, for valuable feedback. I hope Jaya will take it and implement it for future speeches. So apart from that, one thing I would like to highlight, Jay, is I think from the starting to end, you are standing at one face, means one no one angle only, right? I don't see any hand gestures or any body things. Maybe if you add that also, it will make your speech maybe better. Okay, thank you. Let me invite my tag team to give their report. First, maybe let me invite timer Ramesh. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster sir. Good morning, everyone, once again. Today, we took 4 minutes late to start our meeting, and the speaker 1 took 5 minutes, 9 seconds. Speaker 2 took 5 minutes, 27 seconds. So both the speakers, they have utilized very less time, even though they had around 2.5 minutes more, so they could use their time wisely. And evaluator side, like Toastmaster Richard took 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Toastmaster Richard took 3 minutes, 49 seconds. He crossed by 20 seconds extra. TTM actually allocated time was 2 minutes. Since we played a game, it completed within 1 minute. However, Toastmaster Himanshu took 1 minute 2 seconds. Toastmaster Vishnu took 1 minute 4 seconds. Toastmaster Krishna took 1 minute 1 second, and Toastmaster Ashok took only 54 seconds. So that's it from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashok.
Thanks so much, Ramesh, for brief report. Let me invite our counter for the day, Gulnaz. Over to you to provide your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. I'm sorry I cannot switch on the video. There is some problem. It is just showing the background of my, I think, the poster. Richard spoke are 2 times, so 4 times, 2 times. Nivedita, yeah, 15 times, are 25 times. And Ashok, yeah, 1 time, 7 times, 8 times, so 6 times. Krishna, yeah, 2 times. Sorry, that was Vishnu. Krishna, I don't think anything I could find. Ramesh, 5 times, so 2 times. Garima, yeah, 1 time, 2 times, 1 time, so 2 times. Abhinay, yeah, 1 time, 1 time, 2 times, so 1 time. Abhinay, I've also done a jugaad by picking up my yesterday's Toastmasters of the day script and writing it behind. So I've done that jugaad. Jaya, but 1 time. Richa, yeah, 2 times. 6 times. 1 time. And 2 times. So 10 times. Ritika, yeah, 1 time. 1 time. 4 times. And 1 time. So 4 times. Himanshu, yeah, 1 time. 10 times. And 1 time. Over to you, Ashok.
Thank you so much, Gulnaz. I think it was in detail report about our counter. From our counter, I think people will take this report to improve their speaking skills. Thanks so much for that. Let me invite grammarian for the day to give her report. Over to you, Garima.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. So, this it was a very interesting session today. I always had a yen to use AI tools. Now I got a list of it to try out, especially the ones mentioned by Ritika. Definitely gonna try that on my free time to improve my communication skills. Today, I think 2 people have used. I just used Yen and Krishna Das used the word of the day. Kudos to Krishna Das and myself. And as far as the grammar part is concerned, I think everybody is good with that. Good uses that I have listed, couple of them are envision used by Richa, pep talk used by Nitika and Nivedita, and a few very good vocabulary used by Jaya. like fostering, tender age, unwavering support, flourish, and a couple of more words which I missed to mention, and hacky way, which I found very interesting word by Abhinav. Yeah, so that is my report for today. Thank you, and
Thanks
over
so
to
much.
you, Ashok.
Thank you so much, Garima. Thanks so much. Then let me give you feedback about overall session and each individual role. Let me start with Sergeant at Arms for the day. I think Sergeant at Arms did great job, but Sergeant at Arms today could have checked the roles means before starting. I think he could have called whoever not there, like Nivedita, one of them. So he could have connected. That is the one thing which I would like to highlight. And another thing, he was worrying about the guests. I don't think Sergeant at Arms is going to look at the guest and introduce them. That is the two things that I would like to tell means or give feedback to Sergeant at Arms. Then next is Richard. I think Richard did great job and he introduced a tool. But I think one of today is maybe he missed to introduce Gulnaz as a guest, or in that is the one thing which I see. Otherwise, he's a fantastic. Next, TMOD. I think TMOD he has given a lot of information about AI tools. That's really great, fantastic. But I think few things you need to improve, Nivedita, is first, it seems like you didn't plan your timings. Maybe you could have seen the agenda whatever we have, so then you could have planned accordingly. And you have talked about all the tools at a time. Maybe you could have put those things across the session rather than at a time. And I have seen that most of the times you are looking at your screen rather than camera and talking about it, right? Maybe that will distract the means you may not get attention from audience. If you look at from camera, maybe that will be better. And another thing which I see is, I think while inviting speaker, you said Jaya, my leadership style, Jaya. So you could have told Jaya, my leadership style, Jaya. So the flow little bit changed. So that is the another thing. Maybe you can look at it. That's it about TMOD. Then if I come to I think table topic session, it was a fantastic session. I liked it, but only thing is sorry, ah, name I forgot.
Ritika.
Ritika.
You mentioned that it is a 3 minutes, 3 minutes this one, but the time is not actually 3 minutes. It is around 1 minute, 3 minutes. So that's why even I spoke for only 1 minute. I think that was a little gap about it. Otherwise, and one more thing is, maybe it would be good if you highlight the word of the day before starting the table topic session. Maybe they will try to use during the table topics. That is the one thing which I would like to highlight. Then if you come to tag team, I think Timer did a great job. He has given all the details, individually report. And even similarly, our counter has given in detail report about what are the who used unnecessary words or filler words during the session. Then that was a great job. I don't see any improvements. Maybe if it is possible, keep the report and paste there so that people will identify their own words and try to improve it. That is the one thing which I would like to highlight. In case of grammarian, I think she highlighted all the words that are good. Maybe if she maybe has to look at the tenses also. Maybe if somebody do good, maybe you can highlight it. Maybe if you do bad, maybe you can highlight it. That's the one thing which I would like to tell you guys. Thanks so much. Over to you, Nivedita.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok and the entire team for sharing all your observations and the feedback. I think with this, we can call upon our presiding officer. And yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Richard, to close the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. I have shared the link for voting. Please vote for your favorite role takers. Next thing that I forgot for today's meeting, one which already Ashok highlighted. The second part is that I did not make any announcements. So I would call upon Ramesh to make few announcements, which he would make right now. Go ahead, Ramesh.
Good morning, everyone. Recently, we had our area council meeting and we got some information regarding our membership as well as our upcoming term. So there are few things I would like to highlight. Like we already conducted two contests. Like one was a table topic, another one was evaluation. The international speech contest is going to happen for our club between 10th January to 3rd March. So I'm expecting more members to participate and go for the next level, area level. And the second one, the area contest for international speech contest, there will be 2 days as of now. One will be 16th or 17th March, or else 20th or 24th March. The date will be announced soon. So before that, we have to complete our club contest. So apart from that, we are going to end our first term of this year, the XCOM service. So next XCOM members, we are expecting nomination from you all. So as of now, we got only 4 nominations. There are few roles still open. The secretary role is open, VP PR role is open, and the treasurer role is open. So we are expecting members to come forward and take our club to next level. And because the TLA is going to happen on 7th and 20th January in person in Bangalore. So before that, we have to make our XCOM team, then only we can allocate them for a TLA session. So we are expecting more members to come forward and fill our XCOM roles. That's it from my end, Toastmaster Chat. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. Thank you to all the role takers today and brilliant speeches. And thank you to evaluators. Richa also gave her evaluation, very good evaluation, and all the tag team role takers. One thing that I want to mention is be precise with the names. A book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And the second lesson is take their name properly. Most of them were telling Abhinav, Abhinav. It is not Abhinav, it is Abhinay. So please be mindful when you're using the right name. Yeah, it can everybody loves their name. So please be mindful of using the right name. It holds very close to them. That is something that is different that I wanted to give away to all of you guys. Be mindful. The second thing is, like Ramesh mentioned, there are few roles, XCOM roles that are still out there. Now, I know many of you, I've already spoken to many of you, I've reached out to all of you individually, but it would be great that we as a club keep moving forward. If the role takers are similar, when I say role takers, club XCOM officers are same officers, you will not see any changes, or we may want to see some changes. You also should come forward and take up some roles and free them from their XCOM roles, because they might want to take some other role. So it is a give and take between one person to another person. And if you have any inhibitions that, okay, if I take this role, my whole day will go. No, nothing of that sort. If you know what you're doing every day, if you spend just 10 minutes doing your own role, it becomes easier. But if you keep everything to the end of the day, nothing will work. So please come forward and take up some roles. If you're hesitant, please come reach out to me. You know me, I will be as frank as possible. I will not hide anything from you. I will tell you this is the case. If you want some help, we'll help you out and we'll ensure that you have the best in-hand support to, put your best foot forward while taking up that role. Yeah. And even I'm learning from the role itself, but I want you to come forward and please pick up some roles. With that being said, my closing thought for today is some people worry that artificial intelligence will make us feel inferior, but then anybody in his or her right mind should have an inferiority complex every time he or she looks at a flower. This was a great quote by Alan Kay, a computer scientist. And the winner of today's meeting is the best role taker is Toastmaster Nivedita. The best auxiliary role taker is Toastmaster Gulnaz. The best speaker is Toastmaster Jaya. The best evaluator is Toastmaster Richard. And the best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Krishnadas. So, congratulations to each and every one of you who have participated today. And thank you all for attending 129th meeting. And we'll see you again next week in meeting number 130. I declare this session closed.